Well, we've talked enough nerd stuff. It's time we moved on to Star Wars. hard pivot. So let's talk about Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Stories of Light and Dark, the anthology that will be available at the end of this month, August 25th. If you would just give esteemed audience kind of an overview of that anthology and what we can look forward to.
Sure. So it's an anthology of retellings of Clone Wars episodes by a bunch of incredible authors like Anne Ursu or Zoraida Cordova. The list is very long. I've read Zoraida's Ventress story, and it is so good. But it's basically all of us basically taking on specific episodes of the Clone Wars and retelling those stories from whatever perspectives we want to.
Okay, wow. I am gonna reveal a lack in my nerddom. I watched my first two episodes of Clone Wars this week in preparation and talking with you because I read your story first, and I was like, I just imagined Hayden Christensen the whole time. That's fine. Then I'm like, hey, you know what? Do your basic research. I was blown away, but why didn't anyone tell me that this show existed? Which, of course, the whole world had been telling me. I was just an adult and had too much other stuff to get to it. And now I've got it all to look forward to. Well, we've got our Disney Plus. I've got a 6-year-old that watches Hamilton every 2 hours, a nonstop on loop. We had to sign up for Disney Plus, and so now I've got all the Clone Wars to look forward to, and I very much enjoyed the first 2 episodes. So I assume that everything in your story was a hostage crisis.
Yeah, the hostage crisis, which is the end of the first season. Though the Clone Wars is a non-linear storytelling for the first several seasons. So.
Most of my questions about why did you do this way are now useless to me because the answer is it's a retelling. Although I felt like, and this is going to show my ignorance, that it fit in nicely with Attack of the Clones. So, which I'd seen. All right, well, I just assume this is somewhere in that timeline, but off just a little bit, right?
It's so they did ask us, like, when I was approached to do it, it was like, who do you want to write? And I was like, Anakin. He is my absolute favorite disaster angst Jedi. I love him so much, even though he's such a disaster. There's a running theme with my favorite characters, if you can't tell. And then they're like, what do you want to write? And I wanted to write a Padme and Anakin story because I find their romance, in Clone Wars specifically, I think builds the romance really, really well between them. And in all of its tragedy and sadness. And so I wanted to do one that shows Anakin on the verge of becoming who he will be, but you can see how intensely he loves and how important that is to him and how easily that can go sideways when it takes up too much of you.
See, I had the music experiences. I'm reading early on. No, we won't get into spoiler territory. But as I'm reading, and he's saying, well, let's just go someplace where we can be in love. And I'm like, I was that sort of irritating boyfriend at one point for like 2 weeks in high school. I've been that guy. And that's not a healthy person to be. And then I'm thinking, like, oh, wait a minute. What do I know about Anakin Skywalker? Not entirely healthy. Okay, that adds my instincts are right, Padme. Get out of there. It won't end well.
Well, he loves her so much, and she loves him so much, and it's just, it's so sad.
Did you cry while you were writing this one?
No. No, I watched the episode like 10 times. I read the script, and then I had to watch a few other episodes. Like, I had to watch an episode that came before it, chronologically. There's a list on StarWars.com that has every single episode of the Clone Wars listed out in chronological order if you wanted to do it that way. So you can see the character evolution chronologically instead of how they show it to us. Because also, you don't know Ahsoka Tano that well yet, but Ahsoka Tano is hands down the best character in all of Star Wars. Like, all of it. She is the best.
Being played by Rosario Dawson in Mandalorian.
I don't know if that's confirmed or not. I know that was the rumor. I have no idea if it was ever actually confirmed. I mean, I would love to see a live action Ahsoka. I think I just want Ahsoka to get her own thing. Like, she's so awesome and has such potential for amazing story. E.K. Johnston wrote a novel about Ahsoka that is one of my favorite pieces of like other medium Star Wars storytelling. And her story just has so much in it that we don't know yet and that I want to know.
I feel like that rumor's been around long enough. I've heard it in enough places that I assumed it was already a thing. So I think that even if they filmed something else, by the time the internet got to the boiling point of reaction, they went back and reshot that stuff. She's Ahsoka now.
Yeah, I don't know. Those are, I'm like, gotta be careful because I don't know anything.
What would you, obviously not for the Clone Wars, it's been out for a time, even though I'm late in catching up to it. You don't have to go and sit in a secret office and read never before seen screenplays, so that pressure at least.
Yeah, no, that was nice. That was nice not having to do that because I was like, oh, I've seen this episode a million times. It was before Disney Plus though, so I couldn't just like sign up for Disney Plus and watch it. I had to be like, I really need access to this episode. Thank you.
Did you not already own box sets all around the home?
No. I'll do because it was on Netflix for a long time. Netflix had the rights to play Clone Wars, and then they lost it either last year or year before, I think.